Isn't it fascinating how sometimes something shifts, almost effortlessly, as if a curtain is drawn back on a vast, rich landscape that's been there all along, just waiting to be noticed, to be explored, like stepping into a secret garden you hadn't even realised had existed until you paused for a moment and felt the pull. Because sometimes the most surprising discoveries, they aren't out there, but they're right in front of you, hidden in the stories of the people who are around you. It's curious, really. You might have believed for so long the most important thoughts, feelings and experiences were the ones swirling in your own mind, until you notice something even more captivating, almost enchanting. The moment you stop and you really listen to someone else, something opens up, doesn't it? And you may have already started to feel it, that little spark of curiosity growing, expanding. And the more curious you become, the more interested you feel. It's a natural fascination, isn't it? Like turning the pages of a gripping book, one you never want to put down. And you begin to wonder, what's their story? What dreams do they have? What secrets? What lessons? What adventures are hidden in their words, just waiting to unfold? And as you notice yourself leaning in, asking questions, not because you should, but because you can't help yourself, you begin to realise people, they're like treasure chests. Each conversation is a key that unlocks something new, something you never knew you needed until it's there. And you begin to hear not just what they say, but what they mean. And each word becomes a thread in a rich tapestry that draws you deeper and deeper. Notice how your focus sharpens, how your awareness widens, how your attention becomes effortless, almost automatic. And as you do, you find yourself naturally, comfortably, giving more and more of that attention, your full undivided attention. And something magical happens in that space. A kind of energy builds, doesn't it? A connection, a resonance. You can see it in their eyes, in the way they respond, when they realise you're really there with them, fully present, fully engaged. And the more you listen, the more captivated you become. The stories, they unfold like rivers, winding and turning. And every question you ask is like stepping further into a new world, one you might have never discovered otherwise. And isn't it funny how easily this happens, how naturally it feels to let that curiosity grow, to become more and more fascinated with who they are, what they've seen, where they've been. And somewhere deep inside you realise, the more you focus on others, the more interesting your own experiences become. Because the more curious you are, the more alive you feel. The more you listen, the more you hear. The more you hear, the more you understand. And the more you understand, the more connected, engaged, and inspired you become. And you might even notice right now a shift, small at first, and then bigger, like the first few drops of rain, turning into a steady, cleansing shower. It washes away all patterns, dissolves them, and leaves only that fresh, open space of curiosity, a genuine, effortless fascination with the people who are around you. You begin to crave those connections. You look forward to hearing their stories, their insights, their perspectives. It's no longer something you do, it's something you are, naturally, easily. With every conversation, every interaction, the fascination deepens. And you begin to realise something incredible. The more curious you become about others, the more they open up, the more alive they become in your presence. And that aliveness reflects back to you, fueling you, feeding your curiosity, your own growth. It's a beautiful, endless loop. So as you sit with that feeling for a moment, as you notice how good it feels to be curious, disengaged, you might even begin to wonder just how far this curiosity can take you. Because it's already started, hasn't it? And the more you notice it, the more it grows, all by itself, naturally, easily, until it becomes simply who you are. Because it's funny how life is full of these subtle invitations, isn't it? At first you might not even notice them, little moments that whisper, asking you to pay attention in a different way. Moments that pull you in, like a magnet drawing you closer. And the moment you shift your focus outward, something begins to change. The more you look beyond yourself, the more you find yourself curious, open, drawn to the richness of the people who are around you. And it feels good, doesn't it? That effortless sense of being fully present, fully engaged, no longer caught up in your own thoughts, but free to explore the endless world just waiting in the minds and hearts of others. And it's almost as if every person you ever meet becomes a doorway to something new. You knock gently, ask a question, and the door swings open, revealing something far more interesting than you ever expected. It's as though everyone you encounter carries a secret treasure map, each one leading to places you've never been, showing you sights you never even imagined. As you listen, really listen, you notice how every word they say is like another step on that map. Every story they tell draws you deeper, more engaged, more curious. And something amazing happens when you give them your full attention, doesn't it? There's a kind of magic in the exchange, a spark, a connection, a rhythm that starts to flow between you. And it's almost as if your attention, it breathes life into their stories, their ideas, their experiences. And the more curious you become, the more they open up, revealing more and more layer by layer. It's an adventure, a journey through their world. And every time you ask a question, you find yourself stepping further in, guided by curiosity, pulled by fascination. What's next? What haven't you discovered yet? And you can't help but want to know more, to hear more, to really understand them at a deeper level. And isn't it interesting how the more you focus on others, the more connected you feel, the more present you become, the more alive you feel in the moment. Because there's something powerful about truly seeing someone, really hearing them. Something that changes not just them, but you. You may have thought before that connection was something you had to work at, but now you notice it's something that just happens effortlessly the moment you turn your attention outward. Because the truth is, you were born to connect, to be curious, to explore the infinite variety of human experiences. And every conversation is an opportunity to discover something new, something fascinating, something that will leave you just a little bit different than you were before. And the best part, the more curious you are, the more people respond to you. They sense it, they feel it, and they lean in, eager to share more. They recognize something rare in your presence, an openness, a warmth, an invitation to be truly seen and heard. And that kind of attention, that kind of genuine interest, it's irresistible, isn't it? It draws people to you, naturally, effortlessly. It makes them want to tell you their stories, to share their dreams, their insights, their struggles, their triumphs. And the more they share, the more you learn. Not just about them, but about life itself. Because the truth is, every person you meet has something to teach you. Something you didn't know that you needed until you heard it. The more you listen, the more you really listen, the more you begin to notice just how much there is to learn. And you might even wonder, how did you ever miss that before? It's as if the whole world has opened up. A world of infinite stories, infinite connection, infinite possibilities. And it's right there waiting for you in every conversation, in every question you ask, in every moment you give your full attention to someone else. And it's beautiful how simple it is, how natural it feels, how good it feels to be that curious, that engaged, that present. You can feel it growing now, can't you? That fascination, that curiosity, that desire to connect, to explore, to learn. It's becoming a part of who you are, more and more. With every breath, with every conversation, with every story you hear. And as it grows, as it deepens, you realize something important. This curiosity is a gift, not just to others, but to yourself. The more you explore, the more you discover, not just about them, but about yourself. Because every story you hear adds something new to your own story. Every connection you make strengthens something inside you. Every question you ask opens a door, a possibility, a new way of seeing the world. And the best part, it never ends. There's always more to discover, more people to meet, more stories to hear, more layers to uncover. And as you notice that now, as you can feel that curiosity growing deeper, stronger, more natural, with every passing moment, You can't help but smile, can you? Because this is who you've been all along. You're always meant to be this curious, this open, this connected, and now it's simply who you are.